Here's Barry with the standings update.
Okay, at this stage, Australia is still now one game ahead of the United States. In the previous round, Singapore had beaten the United States, so that sort of put them a little bit behind. And in this past round, Singapore was playing Australia again, so it could have happened yet again. But in fact, Australia did win that round 3-2, so they've managed to stay one game ahead of the United States. But the interesting thing is, this particular round, it's the best matchup, of course. It's the two contenders for the top spot, Australia versus the United States.
That's great.
So this could decide things. If the United States wins this round, they will be on an equal number of round wins, but Australia may still be ahead, so it's on the second criteria. So Michael Tang really wanted to make this event so that you didn't know right till the very end what was going to happen, and this is what's happening.
Yes.
It's good. It's excellent.
Excellent.
And so rest of the world is not far behind either. So there are prizes at the end for the top three teams. So at this stage, it looks like it's going to be Australia, United States, and rest of the world. Nigeria's 2 games behind rest of the world, so it's harder for them to catch up, but they may possibly be able to catch up. So anyway, Michael Tang has done a great job in organising this tournament. So and we've got a thrilling finish for this thing, and there's so many good games to watch.
Indeed. We certainly haven't been able to complain, and lots, indeed, many great high-quality games. Thank you, Barry, for that update.
Thank you, Barry. What an update.
Conrad is sitting with a fairly large number of bonus options to start.
Oh, we don't know the blankets again. Akshay, what's the blank?
I'm going to take a wild guess and say it's not an R.
You're right, it probably is a D. Good point. Here's a choice between Oak and Revoke.
Yeah, probably Oak.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, has Conrad got the other blank?
Yeah, Conrad's pulled the second blank. That is a dream. He's also got a Q in his head, so a couple of quick turns of scoring well and possibly a bonus after that, and he's off to the races. James Curley, that is a Q, not an O. There's an Oak. David Eldar.
Another option was vodka through the blank D, but
Vodka
it seemed
is
well, but
always a
I
good option.
don't see any merit to it.
Cesar a Z is the last letter of the alphabet in properly spoken English. I'm not sure what that other sound you make refers to.
Yeah, this is an interesting rack for Conrad. Maybe
Yeah, it's pretty tough to pick a standout option here. I think Zaz is worth considering, of course. And actually, Avery, yes, I did have to do Z scores all the time in my stats classes.
I would consider just changing the queue here, maybe.
Changing
Or
Q is an
maze.
interesting option.
This is a very weird sim. Quackle quite likes playing QIN, making IO and NAM. It also prefers.
Yeah, I like maze as well, Joel.
See a Gregorian chant coming up here pretty quick. The A is just one spot short of Quetzales.
Could he have played over order? I think that's probably what I would have played. Keeping the V.
Why would you prefer that?
It scores 2 points more, turns over an extra tile, and just sets up some more interesting options at the top. Plus RW is probably less synergistic than just keeping the V.
Oh, I think I disagree. But who knows?
Conrad's gonna play Zell. Conrad's got Sequoia on his rack next turn. Avery, we don't know what the blank is. I really hope it's not an R. That would be nice for Conrad if it was. Someone says my mic's a bit quiet. Actually, it's just because the microphone is facing Jason's direction.
It was
So
pointed
we'll just
towards
fix
Barry.
that.
It goes to Barry.
Joel Sherman says, Deldar's bitey face is going to show up real soon. It's making me think of Simpsons. I call the big one bitey. We're my shrimps. What I've been saying is that we're not sure if it is Moocher, but it seems fairly unlikely. Peter, we're not sure because we don't have someone who's hovering at the board there, looking at blank designation, so we're assuming it's mooched, but we don't actually know.
I don't see any standout plays here for Eldar. Maybe a Jew, WO.
Zarf is appealing from the ZA.
Or Jew next to ZDL. He might consider blocking that triple line.
I mean, he's down by so much that I don't think he wants to block anything, right? Do we think you should bingo with Sequoia or play QI or QIS?
That's actually what the chat is talking about right now. There's several who feel QI would be better. Others think that Conrad is up by lots, so why not just continue to build his lead?
Yeah, I mean, the best way for David to come back would be a triple-triple.
A triple-triple, exactly. So that's the con to that.
Since he doesn't have another eye, he should probably play it making IO above Oak. It's very... it's...
That's his choice, to play QI rather than Sequoia. It's reasonable, certainly. Can't argue against it.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably take way too long to think about that, because I would see the pros and cons to both. bonus along the bottom row pretty fast here.
Yeah, she can use my pitching. Yes, yes, yes. Okay.
A bonus in column 15 probably scores 1 point more. Oh no, it doesn't. It's a double letter.
These high scores are in underneath fire, making QIN. But you should probably
I think you just
take
got to
the S
play
spot.
it
Yeah.
nice and safe and clinical and take out the spot in the bottom.
Yeah.
I think in an ideal world, actually, you want to try and take away the triple words score option in the far right column as well. So something with the S in 5th position or even 4th, if you can find it. I think that's even better.
Yeah, something like Lassoer or Serosal.
Mm-hmm.
Scrabbled hell, I think it says. Did he choose not to play Sequoia to be defensive? Yes, 100%.
Akshay, do you have any stories about anything? About you? Or about Eldar? You've probably done Eldar for a long time, eh?
Yeah, I had this pretty cool game against Eldar at Causeway in 2008, I think. It's a really close end game. I think I managed to squeeze out a win by 2 or 3 points. But that was also the Causeway where David played an intentional phony against. He went out with a phony bingo against Helen Gibson, banking on the fact that she wouldn't challenge the bingo, and then ended up tying that game. That was pretty cool.
Oh, that's a very good idea. Huh.
Yeah, I think it was So Later, if I remember
Wait,
correctly.
what? Oh, that's
SOLATOR.
Oh, that's the desperate one. That's
Yeah, and the only way that he could have tied was if she didn't challenge.
That's pretty cool.
Where My Shrimps says, plays making a fire look good.
Yeah, Conrad could also consider something underneath fire, just to kill that lane over the YA. Um,
I think if you want to make the board especially miserable on the left, I'm looking at options like Power and a fire, but then the top is still open, so I don't know. There's a few interesting options. Underneath fire, like you said, making Cheen and forwards, that's there too.
yeah, that's the play.
Here comes Dollarite.
Eldar, in theory, could draw 2 more bingos in a row.
Capture.
Oh!
Conrad has pulled capture out of the bag, and
Oh, he's drawn
makes his
a
chances
IU.
at capturing this match quite high.
Oh, we see Yuentide?
Wow.
Will Conrad... Oh, he'll play captured. No. I mean, maybe he just won't... Yuentide will score heaps. Whoa, with Commentators there's now 2 triples. If Conrad really can't make any play.
Nothing quite like blowing the board wide open, hey?
Oh. At some point there just won't be enough tiles to for Eldar to...
Yeah, that's nice. 5 bingos already. That's a wide open board. Could see 2 or 3 more.
Should Conrad play Etek?
Yeah, anything to take out both the triple
Otik?
options seems pretty reasonable to me.
Yeah, probably Otik.
Eldar, however, has a rack full of consonants.
Oh. Yeah,
In
I
the
guess
game of comebacks, I recommend drawing balanced racks.
Yeah.
Not doing so is suboptimal.
Yeah, from Conrad's perspective, there's not very many vowels left. It's like 7 out of 28. But yeah, if Eldar could have... just needed 1 vowel to threaten something like inverse.
He has some plays to the triple with Capturer.
What do you mean?
So underneath Capture, use it. That's for David, not
right.
So is Conrad coming off a long break as well? I haven't seen him play in a long time.
Conrad would describe himself as semi-retired from Scrabble, and actually he came back specifically for this event. He was quite content playing in West Coast tournaments in North America and leaving it at that, but for this event he said it was too good to pass up. And that's been a theme for a number of people who are here, actually, that they just couldn't resist the opportunity to play an event like this. And
Cody seems terrible. There's plenty of triples through that U. In fact, Eldar is really close to some of them. But it's not going to help. I mean, same.
Maybe something like Snort here, keeping BTS.
Yeah, that's what he's lined up there. Either that or Bros.
who's at the door, Akshay?
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Wait, and also Cody set up a big XI spot. Did he want to do that? Was Conrad not... Did he miss Odic? Did he not sure of Odic? Because or did he just play Edic?
Cesar, that word actually came up for me in a club game against Chris Williams in Vancouver a few months ago. I made the blank a P for what I thought was a straightforward high-scoring play. The trouble was I was playing TWL, and Chris Williams held me for a long time before finally letting it go. We checked after the game, and sure enough, it was Collins only. I have a very hard time going back and forth with some of those words now.
Oops, sorry.
So Jesse, do you think there's now that Thailand's moved towards CSW as well, do you think there's less resistance in North America?
Oh, the politics of dictionary in North America, that would take far too long to cover even in the last rounds we still have available to do on the stream. But the gist of it is that the current position of our leadership is that the choice is available to play either book, and that's the compromise they feel is most suitable at this time. So I mean, I have my preference certainly for playing Collins, but yeah, that's my diplomatic answer to your question.
I prefer to play Figged, just to use more tiles. Fig would also block words to the D of mooched. Eldar has not drawn something such that it wouldn't matter though.
And just for our media team, it's actually not a Q that's on David Eldar's rack, it's a G.
Oh.
Oh, go Conrad.
Indeed.
That is huge. That's very important.
What is happening in Team USA in general, Evans Clinchy?
So I just lost to Chris May, and that's all I know. So assuming that Conrad wins this one, it's 1-1. The other three, Conrad's winning.
It's going to come down to Andrew and Will.
The others look pretty decided.
Wayne's winning. Edward's losing.
Yeah, come on the air and say it.
Hi.
Hi
everyone.
It's all a friendly rivalry here. Two
Yeah.
contenders in some very important games.
We just played each other.
We did.
Yeah. So I think the situation is I win. Dave Wiegand is going to win. Looks like Wayne is leading comfortably. Apparently Conrad is winning this. So it's going to come down to the Will Anderson-Andrew Fisher game, which looks within 10 points at the moment.
Wow. Such dramas. I love it.
It's pretty hectic.
It's not fun
I mean,
to do.
if Andrew wins, they're in very good shape to win the tournament.
There's a lot of tension in that room.
Yeah.
I was kind of...
I'm glad to be out of that
Yeah,
room.
me too.
I'm not very comfortable in here.
I was pretty pleased that we had a tactically uninteresting game.
I was less pleased by that. That's okay. I'm glad it's over.
Yeah, well, at least you can't beat yourself up for.
No, I don't
for
feel like
losing
I did
it.
anything very
no,
wrong.
No, definitely not.
Yeah. We had a close game early on, and then I fished away an X making Ox, and he had Quakey making Oxy for 55, and that was a
Well,
huge
that's
turning
fun.
point, and I never came back.
And then I got the blanks.
Yeah, and then you got both blanks. Bingo to one, bingo to the other.
I'm gonna win.
And then I drew I, and just played Iodine, giving up.
Is Dave just getting killed every time he plays on the stream? It feels
I
like
think
that.
he's won at least one, but yeah, generally he hasn't had the best go of it.
Yeah, he's drawn bad on every.
Yeah,
almost every rack.
that Will Andrew game looks pretty cagey. They're both in sort of 370 points. I think Andrew's got a Z. It looks pretty near the end, so could be an end game job.
What does Will have?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't like to kibitz too much from behind the other team's player. It feels a bit rude. Yeah.
Conrad has re-adding, which will come down as a nice underlap, just to put the nail in the coffin.
Oh, that's just cruel.
Oh, that's
Look at Dave. Dave's just laughing.
Sometimes
I
that's
do
all
love.
you can do.
I do love the Dave. Yes. He's a poker player who is a master of controlling his body language when he wants to, but in Scrabble he just doesn't care in
I mean,
certain
you don't need
situations.
to when you're losing by 200.
He
You can just let it all out.
He just thinks it's funny.
James Curley says to ask Chris May what the difference has been for him between the first and the second half of the tournament. Just
wow.
randomness, or
Well, I'm on an 11-game winning streak.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty much just randomness. I've drawn pretty much every blank in the last day and a half, I feel.
Dang.
I think I've drawn 8 today in 4 games. And I went 9-1 yesterday. I'm not playing any better. In fact, I'm probably playing worse. I played really hard through those first 11 games that only went 2-9. And just nothing went my way. I got punished for every little mistake. And the opposite's happened since then on days 3 and 4. I'll take it. I was thinking of going straight back into retirement when I was 2-9. But maybe if we manage to win this, I'll see if we can mount a defense of the title.
look at that. Yeah, Dream Team is contending for the title here.
We are. We're contending.
The interesting
And I-
question is, what would motivate you more, coming in first or coming in second?
Probably coming in first.
Okay.
Yeah. Born to runner up.
So if we come in second, I'm going to be studying for 2 years to get revenge.
Cool. I won't even bother then. You guys will just win. Yeah, so the last 2 matchups are pretty interesting. Let's say US wins this round and it's back level.
Yeah, and we're playing the same teams?
No, not quite. We both play rest of the world.
We play Nigeria.
You guys play Nigeria and we play New Zealand.
Oh,
so
okay.
all 4 of those ties are very losable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've got assuming that Andrew doesn't still win for Australia here, we've just got a minute lead on games going into the last 2.
Whew.
And Michael's going to get his wish of a around
Last
45
round,
decided
yeah.
by the looks. Unless Andrew can do this.
Then it makes it, yeah.
I might go see if I can.
Well, if Andrew wins, you're only like 99.5%, right?
I might just go see if I can pick up any info from that game.
Yeah, me too. That's good. Have fun, guys.
Oh, come back with the answer.
Okay.
Let me know if
Cesar is saying the internet says that Dave Wiegand and Jesse Day both lost, and if Evans lost, that's 3 losses. Well, we can check that. Seems like neither of those 2 players were aware at the time of those results, so the person who would know is entering the scores right now. Barry, do we have scores in from this round?
No, we don't have. I've only got 1 slip.
Yeah.
And even that, I was asking Chris where's the slip. He said he'd handed it to Michael, so we'll get it eventually.
Yeah. So Cesar says, I misrepresented the results. 1-0 means lifetime record. Yes, that is correct, Cesar. Conrad's got expound as an out to the D in mooched.
It's not. Oh, okay. So if he does, then it's going to be a high scoring.
Yeah.
It's going to be close.
Oh, very close. It's an end game.
End game.
Yeah, it looks like Will leads by 40, but Andrew has like Zips WNU or something.
I think it's Zips, it's a WOU.
Yeah, that's right, WOU.
And he's 41 behind. Will's got 6 1-point tiles on his rack, and I don't think he'll be able to go out. So it's going to be. I don't think the board looks very good for Andrew's chances of an out in 2 win, though.
Yeah, I didn't see any like big spot to play Zips or anything like that.
Exactly, and if he does, then he gives Will points back from the Z most likely.
Yeah,
So
Will has like AENORI or something.
Yeah, I'd say Will's a strong favourite in that position.
Roving reporters, we have both here. Amazing work.
Amazing work.
Only because we only used 10 minutes of time each.
Lots of free time.
Quackle thinks that the best play here is Slubby and Jows.
I think the best play here is to just do anything and save your brain power for the next round.
I don't
Great
even-
idea.
I definitely don't know. Do I know Slobby? I guess I kind of know it.
Slubby. Oh yeah. I don't know.
Kind of gross.
I think Slabby is good as well.
Yeah,
Slabby's
Slabby's
good too.
just as good here. Letting Conrad go out with X-Bound.
Oh, peanut M&Ms. I don't mind if I do.
Making the most of the minibar.
Yes, indeed. Because after all, it says right on it, oh my god, it's free. Yeah.
I didn't read that until like last night. I missed my chance to eat free candy all week. How are you opened?
Did you add the +5 for re-adding?
No. Thank you.
You did not do the re-adding.
Could be important.
I love that button.
Oh. So it's still Saturday night in New York, so that's why there's Americans in the chat.
Indeed.
Would you like an M&M? Is that what that means?
Indeed.
Oh, the Americans wouldn't have gone to bed before knowing the result of this round.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I think we'll have a few people.
Would you like
who
all the
will-
M&Ms? What are
One
you?
more.
One more? Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, there's only 6 in a package. That's
Do share.
not very many M&Ms.
Guess not. It's alright, I didn't share the blanks.
Yeah, I know. You can have 1 M&M per blank that I got.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Yeah, well, we'll know the other result pretty soon because Andrew was down to 4 minutes when we went in before.
Yeah.
Well, he's played A. AD. Why do you think he has done that?
I suppose it's because it puts Slubby in.
Oh.
And block.
But then I'll just play
Oh,
like
and expound, yeah.
Then I'll just play like Zax. Wow, he scored 1 point. That's so cool.
Optimal end gameplay of 1 point.
Quacklenub likes NOX from the EE, making EN. I mean, this end game seems clearly suboptimal because he doesn't get to play Slubby for a lot of points. He gets to play it for like a few points.
No, Colin, as we mentioned earlier, we don't know what the blank is. Likely a D, so expound, pardon me, is what's been blocked.
Are they kibitzing during the game? That seems illegal.
It seems a bit rude, but Conrad and
Is laughing.
Eldar are both really more of the we don't care type people. Joel suggests Conrad should just play Vox to return the favor. Yeah, getting rid of the X and taking away the higher scoring slubby spot.
I mean, Nox is better, but yes.
Although he could play YU there for a bunch of points. If he wanted to prolong the game.
Hmm.
So it's
What's the
Zax.
one standout game that you've seen on the stream so far?
It's funny, we've been asked this a few
Table one.
times.
We've been asked this by Michael Tang every day because he's looking for that one game. I don't know. What do you think, Jesse?
Well, as mentioned, there was a few candidate games for different reasons, but not really a holy cow, this is clearly the best game type answer. I just think the one with Jesse and Nigel was the most head-scratching game that we saw on board one. Otherwise, the game with Dave Wiegand playing the Disconnected 9, followed by Coal Hole, that was...
Yeah, that was
quite the
great.
game.
I saw that.
Yeah.
So there's a few options for different reasons, but
Yeah, Delaminate was a nice play as well.
it was. It made up for missing the triple-triple a little bit earlier on, so that was something.
Oh yeah, that was a post-dive game.
Yeah. The Conrad versus what was it? I don't think you. One of the Nigerian teammates where it went betrayed Aquatic for 128.
Oh, that was
Splitters
Etakaro.
for
Conrad and
100
Etakaro. That was quite a game.
That was a good game.
Normally, when you play
Yeah,
Aquatic
that was-
for 120 plus, you should be comfortably winning in that situation, except when Scleros comes down as the second of 3 consecutive bonuses, you lose that game.
So is David really considering not going out this turn?
Potentially. I'm going to guess he's just doing math.
Oh, and I guess spread could matter between the USA and Australia, right? Since they're pretty
If they
close.
ended up with the same number of wins, because they're closer in wins now, you have to think about the possibility of losing 1 or 2 more each.
Jesse has been brought mango pudding.
Indeed. Just so we don't hurt anyone's ears, I'll...
We'll eat them with our eyes. Look at that. Mango pudding. I think the next best option is Blush to the age of Mooch, but that is 8 points worse than Slubby.
Wolfram, I believe Dodge City is referring to a comment I made several days ago in my preference for
Will wins
with the pluralization of foreign words. I'll get back to that in a second because we have some news. It looks like Team USA is going to win this round because Will has won in that tight end game both players are referring to. So that's going to bring them back level with just a number of individual wins as a difference. So that's going to make this a fight to the finish, which is exactly what we want. And just to go back to what I was saying, Dodge City, I actually enjoy the foreign plurals. What I don't enjoy is when an S is just tagged on to the end of it, when it's not remaining true to its correct way of being pluralized.
I mean, then like you get in a situation where like every Maori word doesn't take an S, every Japanese word doesn't take an S, and that's not a great situation to be in either, because like those are clearly forms used by English speakers.
Well, if they're used often enough, certainly, but when you have something
then
like,
you get the situation where like half of them take an S, and it's just so dumb.
Yeah, that's fair. But when you have something like, say, Sforzato versus Smorzato, and only one takes an S, you see the issue with the dictionary.
Well, one of them's a noun and one of them isn't in the dictionary, right? That's why, right?
Dodge City, that's not always true, speaking from a linguistics background.
Maybe Eldar wasn't sure of Slubby, but in that case his play of AD is odd. This is for how long they spent on this end game, it's not being played very well. Best here is net up through the T. All right. It's 3 points worse than net up. The game is over. Conrad wins 582 to 390. The US takes the match 3-2 over Australia. And that means they're tied on points for the tournament?
They should be tied on points.
Wow.
It would just be individual wins being the tiebreaker, and I think Australia might still be up. Well, if it's 3-2 in this case, probably 3 or 4.
It is, yeah.